Hi there, my name is Kim Berkeley. I'm one of the authors of the Speaking Out About Self-Injury blog over on HealthyPlace, and today I wanted to talk about what it's like getting clean from self-harm. Now, I don't want to sugarcoat this. I don't think that would be helpful. So the short answer is, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get clean. It's hard to stay clean. In the beginning, you have a lot of days where you feel like you can't do it, and even if you could, it's not going to be worth it. And there are days where it feels impossible. But the good news is that over time, it gets easier. It's not a straight path forward. It's not, every single day is always going to be better than the day before. That's not how recovery works. But what'll happen is over time, the bad days start to get farther and farther apart, and they start to get less severe as you get better at figuring out when they're coming and building in those habits that help you cope with them in better ways than hurting yourself. Now, the bad days don't go away completely. Everybody has bad days. That's just part of life. But again, they will get easier to deal with, and you won't have to deal with them as often. Speaking from where I'm at now, where it's been like 10 years or more at this point since I stopped. Yes, I still have days where I think about it, and I still have to deal with the things that surrounded my self-harm. Like, I still deal with depressive and anxious symptoms, but it's such a big difference now versus then, as far as I don't ever feel anymore like I'm on the threshold of having to give in to those urges. I only rarely have them at all. And when I do, I've built up such a toolkit of coping mechanisms that are much better for dealing with those feelings, that I never feel like my only way out is to hurt myself, and I never feel like I can't cope with it. And I think the biggest thing is just how grateful I am to my past self for not only making that decision to stop, but putting in the work to actually make that happen, and actually being able to pull it off, even though I kind of did things the hard way, and I pulled off recovery by myself for a very long time. Looking back, that may not have been the best way to do things, but the fact that I was still able to do it, I'm proud of myself. And more than that, I am grateful that I am still here, and that I am not feeling the way that I used to feel, and not doing the things that I used to do, and that I can enjoy my life much more fully because of that. And I think that's the main thing to remember, whether you are just thinking about trying to stop, or you're actively trying to stop, or you're just trying to avoid a relapse. Whatever the case may be, I know that in the moment it may feel very difficult, it may feel impossible, and it might not feel like it's going to be worth it. But speaking as somebody on the other side of that struggle, it's all going to make sense eventually. It's all going to be worth it. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment on the blog, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Take care.